Deposits are hitting my base. This is real life, not a phase. We don't just do this for play. Catching these profits today. Money is all in the way. Chairman, I'm running my race. Deposits are hitting my base. This is real life, not a phase. We just don't do this for play. Catching these profits today. Money is all in my way. Chairman, I'm running my race. My entire team is my life. My entries are always precise. My exits are all time concise. My future is looking real bright. Even though BCLS is all on the plan, I know by tonight my profits will smash. These vectors will dash. I'm hitting TPs, alright. Split a click up fast, gotta cash so fast, so you know what the deal. Don't trade the trade, cause I'm paid to wait. I got these niggas like, man, this ain't real. In the zone 1, zone 2, hit a lick for the price, yeah, kill what we kill. Hit the red pill, always on the blue. Can you see this damn all on my grill? Pick up the moves, pick up the weight. All of it, the market's all day. Pick up the profits, markets are thoughtless. I'm catching the whole back today. We are the nation, and we stand proud. Rubbing all this cash all deep in your face. Ice on froze, nobody knows what's coming next. Hyperdrive's the way. Pull up, whip back. And it's force funded, killing the game. Got it, I'm buffing my entries to trigger. So it's true that the gun did my chicks bad. And I'm not fronting, and she's giving Europe, that London. If I show up in the kill zone on time, yeah, I'm gunning, yeah. Deposits are hitting my base. This is real life, not a phase. We don't just do this for play. Catching these profits today. Money is all in the way. Chairman, I'm running my race. Deposits are hitting my base. This is real life, not a phase. We just don't do this for play. Catching these profits today. Money is all in my way. Chairman, I'm running my race. I'm gunning, yeah. Deposits are hitting my base. This is real life, not a phase. We don't just do this for play. Catching these profits today. Money is all in the way. Chairman, I'm running my race. Deposits are hitting my base. This is real life, not a phase. We just don't do this for play. Catching these profits today. Money is all in my way. Chairman, I'm running my race. Body on me. 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 Lay your body down. Let me worship you. Perfection's what I found. Let me help you through. Wine those hips. Wine those hips. Bang your lip. Let me love all of you. Let me be the man to love over you. Even when you're not okay, I just wanna take his place. I just wanna touch your body. I just wanna touch your way. Put that body on me. Put that body on me. Put that body on me. So beautiful, your shape. Kissing on your lips, I taste. Look into your eyes, I'm head over in heels in love with you. Moving slowly, grinding and sink. We don't have to go hunting. We can stay in this world, close our eyes. Just stay with me. Even when you're not okay, I just wanna take his place. I just wanna touch your body. I just wanna touch your way. Put that body on me. just wanna take his place. I just wanna touch your body. I just wanna touch your way.
Is it a buy or sell? I'm late. Are we any trades? Why does everybody profit except for me? I'm red. My stop loss got hit. How? How did your stop loss get? We haven't even entered into a trade yet. Are you serious? Oh man, I can't do this.
Coach, I'm red. 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 No, seriously. Coach, I'm red. 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 No, seriously. Coach, I'm red. Pippin' as easy I say. We be in all blue today. Always be one red that play. Into a trade relay. Yeah, screams off the top of their lungs. Before I get trade, straight plunge. For some reason, never blew. What you doing? I don't know what I do wrong. Wow. Killing these trade on live. The whole nation gonna ride. The chats, I'm never surprised. Someone about to mess up the vibe. Sitting on heavy blue. We about to kill this rise. If you don't enter in the right place, your whole camp's gonna die. Coach, I'm red. 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 No, seriously. Coach, I'm red.
Coach, I'm red. Coach, I'm red. Coach, I'm red. How you red?
Coach, I'm red. Coach, I'm red. No, seriously. Coach, I'm red. All you have to do is just play. Are we buying or selling? Everything you need is sitting on the page. What's the direction? Coach, I'm new. Is it a buy or sell? What do I do?
Hamilton.
Would you buy to a stop loss? Would you buy to get profits? Would you play if you feel lost? Let me know if you got this. If I tell you what I'm risking, you know you put a trigger. Risk the reward, sitting up about to be bigger and bigger. Coach, I'm red. 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 No, seriously. Coach, I'm red.
Coach, I'm red. Coach, I'm red.
Coach, I'm red. Coach, I'm red.
How you red?
Coach, I'm red. Coach, I'm red. No, seriously. Coach, I'm red. How you red? Doesn't matter if we blue. Some are gonna be red too. Where's the signals? Not supposed to enter real late. Tripping in the FOMO, dude. Why they always quick when they red? Even with a deal with the spread. Yeah. Did you even listen what I said? Or did it go over your head? Over and over. Doesn't matter if we blue. Some are gonna be red too. Coach, what do I do? Not supposed to enter real late. Tripping in the FOMO, dude. Did we enter yet? Why they always quick when they red? Even with a deal with the spread. Yeah. Hold on. Did you even listen what I said? Or
Coach,
did
I don't
it
care
go?
what you're saying. I'm red.
Coach, I'm red. Coach, I'm red. Coach, I'm red.
Coach, I'm red. Coach, I'm red.
Coach, I'm red. Coach, I'm red. No, seriously. Coach, I'm red. Coach, I'm red. Coach, I'm red. Coach, I'm red. Coach, I'm red.
How you red? Yes. What's going on, family? What's the word, guys? Welcome to today's session with your boy Abel in the building. Coach, I'm red. Hey. How you red? Are you ready? Give me 1 second, family. We're gonna get this thing started in just a couple minutes. Give me 1 second. Yeah. All right, yeah.
So the bar got a razor. Making money, Louise. D-Nation, man, we take it to the head. We profit so fast, man, believe me. Look in the chat, so you see the word is man. All of my shooters want the signals. My real squad wanna get his brand. You see, all of my hitters independent.
Yes, family. Yes, family. Let's get it, man. We here. Yeah. 100 racks. 100 racks. 100 racks. 100 racks. Yeah. 100 racks. 100 back. Let's see, got the crunch on deck today? Hell nah. I need one though. I'm not even gonna lie, bro. I have literally zero energy. It was a super late night last night. But we gotta show up either way. Right, we gotta show up either way and make this money, family. So we still here regardless. But I'm definitely gonna get a damn crunch after I end the stream. That's for damn sure. But we need some. But let's see what we got in the benefit. We got Ninja Effects. What's the word? Isaiah, what's up? Brother O in the house. Jose, what's the word? Drew, what's going on, man? Free Zone in the building. Devin, what's the word? Appreciate you for tuning in, my brother. And man, let's see what today got to. Let's see what today got for us, family. Right? If you guys were on yesterday's stream, let me go ahead and turn this music down a little bit now. If you guys were on yesterday's session, right, you guys know that we were looking for specific things, right? Mainly, I was looking for shorts here on gold, and yeah, the market really didn't do much, right? It ended up just pretty much staying very choppy, very range bound, pretty much all day yesterday. Actually, yeah, it was super range bound, super choppy, but this thing did eventually end up breaking down lower. Now, again, because it was past my trading window, I did not take no sales. I did not take this position whatsoever. But the market did exactly what we wanted to see, right? I told you guys yesterday I wanted to see this thing start to break down. I wanted to see us potentially take out these lows down here at around 23, let's just say 2,300, right? Just to make it a nice round number. And I still do like that, right? I still do think, personally, that we do continue to roll over to the downside here. Just because, again, just like I told you guys yesterday, the reason why I was looking for shorts was mainly just based off this price action that we've been seeing over the past few days, right? Looking at the dollar itself, guys, right, and seeing this sell-off, and then the market simply just chilling for the next 5 days or so, like, that's just signs for continuations, if you ask me. So I think we continue to fall. I want to continue to look for more shorts here, if possible, on gold. But this thing's already falling. All right, this thing is already falling, so we're really going to have to be very patient here, and probably going to have to see if we can get somewhat of a deeper pullback to try to go ahead and get involved. That's the only way it would actually make sense for me to want to continue to short this, because this thing is already falling. But there is opportunity, right? There is possibly some opportunity for us to even probably pay both sides of the market real quick, right? Now, it's a little bit risky, but we are now filling some wicks. We're starting to test into some previous levels of structure. So I wouldn't be surprised if we do see this area as an opportunity for this market to start to crawl its way back on up to the upside. Now again, I'm not going to force a buy position, right? It really has to make sense. Like, it has to be clear as day for me to want to do it. But I'm not opposed to it, right? Because as of right now, man, this thing has been falling, and it's kind of tough to want to get in at these lower levels after such a strong move already that we've seen. But we will take it if it's there, right? If it's there, we'll take it. Right now, how do we know if it's there? Well, this is a couple things that I look for, guys, if I'm looking for continuations and shorts here for gold. Again, I am looking for continuations on shorts for gold. That's just what I'm looking at right now. All right, we missed our entry yesterday, or we missed the setup yesterday, which would have been an absolute banger. And it's just because it's unfortunate this thing started to fall at like 1 o'clock, and I'm already off the charts at that time. But I like the downside. I think we still have plenty of room to go. My initial target is going to be down here to 2300, so we have still around 100, something like that to go. Right, but we have to wait for this thing to pull back. What I would like to see in order for us to really look for an opportunity to reshort this thing is if we're able to come back to this level of structure right here. Let me actually go. I want to go to 15 minutes. What's the 15 minute looking like? Yeah, if we can come back up, again, I don't know if we're going to do it. If we end up coming back up towards this 23 level, right, just this previous level of structure support, I think that could be an opportunity, right? I think that could be an opportunity where if we do come up here, again, I'm going to be careful just taking off of the simple break and retest because we know how manipulated those simple plays could be. But what I would be interested in is seeing a pushback up, right? Possibly even break above this high. And then from there, look for some shorts to the downside, right? So I'm going to be targeting, I'm going to keep my eye on it once we reach up to the 23.22s, but I'm really going to be liking probably around the 23.24s possibly to then go ahead and go back short. But like I always do, we're going to have to wait for the trigger, right? We're going to have to wait for my trigger to show so I could take it. So if we push back up, and we get back above this little blue moving average that we got there, on a close back below that, man, I'll take it. I'll take the set all day, right? Because that's my trigger. So we'll have to keep our eyes on this, though, family. But I do like possible move back up to the 23.24 area here on gold. And if we can get that, then I will be interested in looking for some continuations here to the downside. If we can get that. I don't know if we're going to get that pullback. Pretty sure we will. Especially where we're reacting from right now. You know, we are reacting off of this level of support. We ended up just running this support, filling this wick here on the 15-minute time frame, retesting previous structure. Like, honestly, this could even be a freaking opportunity for a possible longer-term buy, depending on how you're looking at this, right? But I still favor the shorts here, man. I'm still favoring the shorts. In order for me to really want to look for some buys, it will have to be below the lowest level, right? Below the 2300s is where I'll be interested in some buys. So for now, I want to continue to ride these shorts to the downside. If you guys agree with me, let me know in the chat. If you guys disagree, if you guys have a different setup, by all means, definitely go ahead and get into our Discord and send it in the trade markup section, where I actually just, changed a section of this Discord here, right? And under the Traders Lounge, I want all of us to send our trade markups in here. All right, so if you guys do have any ideas, family, that you guys are going to be watching throughout today's session, anything that you guys are going to be personally wanting to take advantage of, then go ahead and join this Discord if you're not in it just yet, and click on this trade markup section under the Traders Lounge, and then drop it in here. All right, and then I'll be able to look at it on stream and see what we get from it. So again, I'm favoring shorts on gold, continuations, but we'll have to see what the market gives us throughout the session. All right, and as you guys noticed, I also went live 30 minutes earlier than I did yesterday. Just because, man, yesterday went by mad fast. I don't know if it's because we were having a good-ass time or I don't know what it was, but yesterday ended up flying. Even, like, the market opened, at least, stock exchange opened, and I wasn't even finished going through my little normal spiel that I like going through, right? So I was like, damn, all right, we're going to have to either speed it up or just come live a little bit earlier. But we're live earlier, all right? We're going to go ahead and turn up and do what we do. Now, if you guys do need access to the Discord family and you guys want to go ahead and join, I got y'all. Right, you're going to have to sign up through WAP. All right, everybody that wants to join the Discord has to go through my WAP to do so, just so it's all easier for me to keep track of. Right, but definitely go ahead and join here, guys, to access the Discord. Absolutely. All right, let's see what else we got in the chat, though. All right, good morning, Terso. What's the word? Mike, good morning to you as well. Appreciate you for tuning in. And Jude, about to spam that section. That's exactly what we want, Jude. Right now, I need to see your markers, bro. I need to see exactly what you're looking at. And I encourage everybody to do the same thing. So, and we'll see. We'll see how these things play out, man. But I'm liking the shorts. We got to see how we play off of this 23.24 level. In terms of the dollar itself, guys, obviously, damn, the dollar just ended up spiking up right now like crazy. Let me make sure that we're aware of what the hell we got on the radar for today. So we do got, in terms of earnings reports, we do have Tesla coming out later on today at the end of the day at 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock when the market closes. So that's the one thing we have to be aware of for today at the end of the day, though. Right, this is going to have some impact on the NASDAQ, the S&P, and I believe even US 30, right? So that's one thing we have to be aware of. Now, in terms of the actual economic calendar, what do we have here? We had Euro news that came out earlier. We did have their CPI data and their GDP numbers came out. They actually came out. They were expecting actually it was 2.9, expecting to come out at 2.6, came out at 2.7. So it came out a little bit hotter than they expected. Not much by 0.1. It's still lower than the previous, which is good. It means their inflation is still somewhat cooling out there in the Eurozone, which is really good. Their headline numbers came out as expected. Besides month over month, they see a little bit of a drop. So just from an inflation standpoint here for the euro, they're looking pretty decent, right? We're seeing drops across the board besides like headline CPI year over year. But it still came out as expected, so that's pretty interesting. I don't think that's what's causing this spike here up on the dollar, though, because that news came out 4 hours ago. All right, so let's continue to move forward. I mean, we can look at their GDP as well. They did revise these numbers here. I don't know exactly what it was. Let's see, from 0.0 to negative 0.1%. So their GDP is actually increasing from a quarter to quarter and a year over year standpoint. And I think that's going to be the biggest fear for most of these central banks, guys, right? Is inflation cooling. Let me get my thoughts together real quick, right? Because GDP increasing is inflationary, but yet the actual inflation numbers actually seen a drop, right? So is GDP coming out higher than expected, which is what we're seeing here, right? Year over year, we went from 0.1 to 0.4. That's a big jump from, the previous quarter's numbers, right? At least the first revision of Q1 GDP numbers. Now, or at least the year over year numbers, right? Now, the quarter over quarter numbers also seen an increase, right? They actually adjusted the numbers to go from 0.0% to negative to now a positive 0.3. So their GDP is actually increasing. That is inflationary, if you ask me, right? When their economy is growing like that, that means people are spending money and things are causing these things to grow, right? Assets are accumulating, whatever it is, right? Or at least increasing in value. So that's interesting, right? We have kind of conflicting data here, right? With CPI dropping, at least core CPI dropping, and month over month headline CPI dropping, but yet GDP actually increased. So we got to take a look at that and keep our eyes on that for sure. But I want to see what actually caused this dollar to spike like this just now. The only thing that we have on the radar that might have just came out is whatever this is, employment cost index. Now, I'm going to be honest, I've never in my life traded an employment cost index report. I have no idea. Like, I've never traded it before, right? Obviously, based on the name of the report, I'm pretty sure we can understand what it is, but just so we understand it, the employment cost index measures the change in the price businesses and the government pay for civilian labor. Okay. So this is actually an interesting one, right? And this is a report that I think, now that we're actually aware of it, I think is actually going to hold a lot of weight, right? Because this is coming directly from the Bureau of Labor Statistics. This is going to be crucial, right? Because if we start to see, right, inflation increasing or decreasing again, but yet the cost of wages, or the the wages that we're getting paid, is increasing or decreasing, we'll be able to come up with some ideas behind that stuff. So this is actually going to be a very interesting report that we have here, guys, that we can truly monitor moving forward, right? Especially if that is what's causing this little volatility spike that we've seen here. That's interesting. That is interesting. Right now, based on this report, we're seeing, let's see, measures the change in the price businesses and the government pay for stability. So we're seeing an increase in the amount of pay that these businesses are paying. All right, from 0.9%, they were expecting 1% up to 1.2%. Now, is this inflationary or disinflationary? What do you guys think, family, right? Is this going to be inflationary or deflationary? Based off of this report that measures the change in the price that businesses and government pay for civilian labor. Because according to this, you guys should be making more money. Right, according to this. Right? We've seen an increase. Now, for me to answer this question, it's going to be very simple. All right. Do I think that this is inflationary or deflationary? Is the question that I asked. And I would love for you guys to answer it as well, family. Right? Let's get some participation. Also, family, one time for the one time. Go ahead and smash the like button one time for your boy. I do appreciate y'all that do support it. And do that, right? Definitely means a lot to me. But I think personally, this is inflationary data for me. Right? And that's also probably why the dollar ended up spiking up to the upside the way it did. Is because this is also probably being perceived as inflationary across the board. Now we have to think about, why is this considered inflationary? Right? Well, if these businesses are now paying more, right, what do you think they have to do to the products to offset that cost? Right? If I'm a business owner and I now have to pay my employees more, that is starting to cause my profit margins to become a lot tighter. Right? And in order for our profit margins, and if our profit margins are becoming tighter, we have to start to make some decisions, right, to account for that. Right? So what they would do is typically they will pass that cost off onto the consumers. Right? So if I'm an employer, let's say I work at a car dealership, for example, right? I see that I now have to pay my employees a lot more. Guess what? I'm going to raise the cost of these cars a little bit as well to try to offset that. And guess who has to pay that? The consumers. Right? And if the consumers are now spending more money, right, because the prices are increasing, I mean, price increase already is inflationary as a whole. Right? So that's actually very interesting to see. Right? And that's actually a very interesting thing that we can now talk about. Because again, this is the first time I've ever even looked at this report, guys. I'm going to be honest with y'all. But this is one that's going to really hold a lot of weight moving forward. Right? And the reason for that, right, is because there's something called stagflation that a lot of these central banks now have to be concerned about. Right? Stagflation, right? And stagflation occurs, right, when the economy is essentially slowing down, or there's no growth, where our GDP is actually dropping, but yet our inflation is continuing to increase. Right? Because right now in the US, I can't remember what our GDP numbers were, but I don't think our GDP is increasing too much, right? So if our GDP stays the same or goes lower, but yet inflation starts to increase because of things like this, the employment cost index, right, then that's going to be a big issue, right? That's like a worst case scenario for a lot of these central banks, is dealing with stagflation, because it's going to be a lot harder to try to navigate that, right? So that's going to be interesting. It's either to navigate that, is either you're going to have to spike interest rates to the upside, right, and possibly send us into a recession, or the opposite, right? So it's going to be interesting to see how this plays out. But this is actually a very interesting report. Like I said, I never read it before, never looked into it before, but it's straightforward. I think this is inflationary data. And I think that's probably why the dollar ended up seeing this spike right here that we're seeing as of right now, is based off the fact that now businesses are paying more, which is great for the employees, but the consumer on the opposite end that's buying that product or that service is the one that's going to feel it in their pockets, right? So is this making sense, family? Drop a 3 in the chat if that's making sense real quick. All right, drop a 3 in the chat. This is making sense real quick, right? I want to make sure that we're all on the same page. Everybody's understanding everything we need to understand, you know, because I'm very big on, you know, making things clear as possible, right? So hopefully this is making sense, guys, with this new report that we just looked at. And hopefully that gives some insight as to why we're probably seeing the dollar increase. Guys, anytime we have any inflationary data, right, more times than not, the dollar is going to be bullish off of that news. Right? Inflation is not what we want to see, right? We don't want to see anything that is leaning towards the possibility of inflation rising, because that is going to cause fear in the markets. And when there's fear, we know that most investors, hedge funds, traders typically like to go to safety. Okay? And they run to safety by investing into the US dollar or by buying government-backed bonds and all that good stuff, right? So that's going to be interesting to see for sure. All right, let's see what we got here now. Let me see if you guys were into it. Let's see. Increase, inflationary. Yep, you guys are on the money. The business paying more to employees, or we'll just fire them. Yep. Increase prices or fire the employee. Yeah, that's a great point. I'm telling you, paying workers more leads to cost of goods and services going up, and less employees plus more automation. Yeah, there you go. Mike hit it right on the button right there. I see California, $20 minimum wage plus $20 McDonald's meals. Yeah, it's crazy how that stuff works, right? Now, this is an interesting topic, right? Especially with everything going on. Do you think the rise of automation, right, the rise of AI, that's now going to be taking a lot of these jobs or a lot of these employment opportunities from everyday people, do you think that is an actual positive for the economy or not? Right? Because if we're talking about inflation, and if you're able to hire a bot to do the same exact job that somebody that you're paying $50,000 to $100,000 a year to do, and you're able to keep that cost in house. Shit, that's great news. I don't know if I asked that right though. Is that great for the economy? I don't know if that's good for the economy because that's going to affect obviously the everyday person that's trying to get a job, but that can help against inflation. Hey, just throwing it out there. Just throwing that out there. That can help again towards inflation. So the dollar's pushing up. Now, what do I think the dollar's going to do here, right? What is my bias here on the dollar overall? Does it change from yesterday? Not really, right? I'm still leaning towards bullishness here on the dollar, even before all this nonsense that we just seen happen. So I still like the upside here, right? I still do like the upside personally. We just been stuck in this range, man. We just really been stuck inside of this range here for the dollar for the past week or two now, right? And really haven't been doing much. And I have to continue to remain bullish. So the same scenario that I had yesterday is going to be for today. All right, we can definitely go ahead and continue to go bullish off of these levels, possibly look for some buys maybe on some of these closures, right? Like now that we're seeing this type of demand here for the dollar itself, this could be the start of a move to where we see more higher pricing. I don't know if I'm going to be taking any buys at these levels. I would probably prefer for some type of a pullback to maybe fill some of this imbalance right here and then continue. But I do think that we do continue. My target is still the same. I eventually want us to see us take out this 106 1600s. 1600s. Is that even? Yeah, I'm tired, fam. I'm not even gonna lie. I gotta start remembering that I gotta wake up early for these sessions now. Even though I'm already used to it, but like last night I was up forever. Call of Duty had me up all night. Well, I was getting a lot of work done, and then Call of Duty kept me up for longer than I needed to be. But yeah, so I'm still bullish. I think we still go ahead and target the highs. My only concern now with the dollar is that we left these lows behind as well. Right, so we're essentially trapped between levels of liquidity, right? We have the liquidity down here below the gas tank, and we have the liquidity that's above these highs up here as well. If I'm leaning towards something, I would have preferred for us to take out the lows first, right? Test all this reaccumulation that we had here, this little reaccum that we had here to the side. And then from there, we go ahead and we start to make our move back up to the upside, right? Like I would have preferred that to happen, right? That would have been phenomenal. But we didn't get that, right? I'm always very careful or very aware of the fact these lows were left behind, because there's always a possibility that the market do want to do a liquidity grab before we see the big actual move. So I'm still favoring the upside. The market can run off of here, or the market can come all the way to the lows, take out the lows, and then go back to the upside, right? We gotta see. We got to see which ones that the market actually give us, though. All right, I really don't know. So we got to pay attention to this. Let's see. I'm still up from yesterday, too. Yeah, man, I'm running on fumes. I ain't even get me no coffee or nothing yet, neither. So I'm definitely running on fumes. Just give me 1 second, y'all. Let me help my little daughter out real quick. Let me see. All right, let's see what we got here. My little daughter's still potty training, even though she's pretty good. So they'll be wilding out. But let's see. Less money will be circulated if we transition to AI workers. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That'll be interesting. That they will use AI for the higher paying jobs like accounting, engineering, and leave the everyday jobs for the people to survive. You just think about that though, bro. Like actually think about that. That's crazy, right? So they would rather replace the higher paying jobs that are actually going to get people out of poverty, right, and give that to AI, but yet leave the McDonald's job to the everyday person and have them surviving off of that. Like that whole concept is nuts. That whole concept is nuts. But it's real crazy how AI really is going to change the game. So I think we're still bullish for the dollar here. Now, in terms of gold, again, I like gold shorts. I just don't know if we're going to get an actual good opportunity to get in here. right? Because we can try to play all these little pullbacks and a bounce off of my trigger lines all day long if we wanted to, right? And again, if you're new to the stream family, which again, probably gonna get a shit ton of new people every single day just because it's only stream number 2, right? But my trigger line is the 13 period EMA, right? And I utilize this for a few things, right? But the main thing is just to help me get my entries in, right? Help me understand, all right, it's time to go ahead and take that trade, right? It's like it's what I call my trigger line, right? So you can look for these shallow pullbacks and try to take a trade off of the trigger line, the little bounce, but I personally don't prefer that. I'll prefer to us get above my trigger line and then close back below it, and then from there take that trade. But we'll keep our eyes on this stuff, man. It's unfortunate we weren't able to get entries yesterday, and this thing just started moving, but it's cool. You know, we had the direction right yesterday. We just weren't able to get an entry on it. Oh, you know what's crazy too? I gotta talk about this, family, because one of you guys ended up hacking me. I don't know if it's one of y'all on stream, by the way, but one of y'all, and I'm not making this shit up neither. All right, one of y'all ended up hacking me, right? And I want to show you guys this. Hopefully there's nothing, and it's honestly my fault too. It's not even a hack because I gave you guys the keys essentially to walk in the door. But you know what's crazy? Somebody ended up getting access to my actual prop firm account that I'm going to trade with you guys, and they were taking trades yesterday. Like, can you believe this? Look at this. Like, they legit started taking trades yesterday, and it all happened after the stream. Look at this, 11:50. Like, we just got off stream, and whoever this is ended up taking a bunch of trades here on ES, and they ended up making me lose $2,000. So now, because of whoever did it, and I know you know who I am, I know you know who you are, I'm gonna let you slide this one time. All right, but don't do that again. Come on, man. Like, somebody legit really took in, and it's my fault though, right? It is my fault. All right, I appreciate who was it that I appreciate Michael for bringing it to my attention that I messed up. But in the video that I ended up dropping, right, the video that I dropped from Friday's session, in that video, when I edited the video, I left in the part where I was showing my actual trading account, right, like the back end of Take Profit Trader. And me being an idiot, I didn't realize that I literally had everything right there in the open. Like, literally had it all in the open, right? I'm talking about everything from my username, my password, even the activation key for the prop firm. Like, it was all there, wide in the open. I'm an idiot. I honestly didn't even realize that it was there, because most of the time all that shit is usually, you know, they usually hide that shit and allow us to click it. So that's my fault. But whoever did it, man, you a dirty, dirty dog, man. You a dirty, dirty dog. I'll tell you that much. But it is what it is, because now you making this process even more interesting, right? Because now, guess what? The next video that we drop, that I do, now I got a whole little storyline that I can add to it. All right, so that's it's unfortunate, but it's my fault. All right, it's one of those things that I gotta just get used to again as a streamer, especially on a public platform like YouTube where anybody can watch these sessions and join. I gotta be more aware of these things, right? So it's not even, I mean, they took the opportunity. It's not like they were gonna be able to do anything with the account. They would have just blown my account, if anything. I'm happy they didn't blow it, because then I'd have to pay the reactivation fee or whatever that shit is. But it is what it is, right? So it's a learning lesson for me. I'm actually happy that it happened now, though. Even though I ain't take no trades, I'm happy it happened now, and I caught on, and not when I actually got on like a funded account, right? Because that would be crazy. Like, imagine I was actually funded, and they did that, right? And now I'm dealing with all that. Like, that would have been trouble. Like, I would have been pissed. So this is whatever. I'll be able to fix this. I'll be able to get this account back up. I just gotta be aware of what my trading drawdown is now. Yeah, so that's gonna be interesting, man. Yeah, it's nuts, man. It's nuts, family. Like, again, crazy thing is, after we got off stream yesterday, like, I noticed that a trade ended up triggering, right? Because you get the notification here on the left side of Trading View, right, when somebody enters a trade or when the trade gets filled, right? So I noticed that. I'm like, what the hell? And I ended up closing it. I ended up making like $10 or something, right? Just because I closed it right quick. I'm like, damn, did I just accidentally maybe click these buttons up top? So I didn't pay no mind to it, right? and then I just went on with my day. And then I checked the account later on throughout the day, and I noticed, I'm like, hold on, what the hell? I just lost 2 bands? Like, how I lose $2,000? And I'm like, there's no way. And I'm like, yo, that's what I actually made it up. I made a post yesterday too. Right? I made a post in my Discord yesterday too, right? I'm gonna show y'all because it's just hilarious. Like, this was yesterday, right? This is when I actually seen it. Yesterday at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm like, nah, I think my future account got hacked. Right? I legit said that yesterday. I'm like, hold on, what the hell's going on? And come to find out, somebody definitely did because of me being a damn bonehead. Right? So, again, I'm happy it happened on this stage and not once I actually get funded, because then I would have really been pissed. Now, in terms of, can I get the IP address and stuff like that? Probably. Do I want to go through all that and try to figure this shit out? Not really, to be honest with you. Because I don't even know how I would find out I mean, I could probably contact I already did contact Take Profit Trader, by the way, so that they can change the password and give me like a whole new account, whatever the process they go through, just so we can avoid that. But I could ask them, like, yo, do you got that IP address, man? Because I could do a lot with an IP address. I could find out everything about your whole damn life with an IP address. I'm just saying. I got people that know people that know people. All right, so I could go through that route, but it's like, yo, I'm just going to take the L on the chin. It's a lesson for me, a lesson for everybody that decides to create content. Just be mindful of what the hell you're showing. Like, that's just me being a bonehead, not realizing it, just trying to get this shit done. Trying to edit as fast as possible that video so I can get it out. So that's my mistake. I can't even blame the person. Like, they're just doing what they do. Right? So it is what it is. Yeah. Yeah, what a time, man. It's crazy, right? How that stuff happens, bro. Like, people really be waiting. It's like you can't even get nothing from this though. What is the goal from that? Just to blow the account? Like, brother, I only paid $200 for this. It is what it is. Like, I don't care, but it's like, bro, yeah, people just weird. People just weird. All right, so let's go ahead and see what we got here, family. Again, for anybody that might have just jumped on, I am looking for possible shorts here on gold. I just need to see us give us some type of a pullback here, right? It don't have to be nothing deep, but something like this. Right, like, I would like something like this, right? You see how, like, this little pullback happened here? All right, this pullback ended up getting us above the moving average. And a close below that is the entry, right? That would have been money all day long. All right, so I want to see something similar to that, though. All right, I would love for us to push back up, test our structure point up there, and then from there go ahead and go lower. That would be, in my opinion, best case scenario for us today for the shorts. Now, if we just don't get the shorts and this market continues to drop lower, then we might have to see what we can get maybe for the buy side. All right, again, I'm not opposed to looking for buys, but it got to be like a crystal clear buy for me. It got to be a crystal clear buy if I'm going to take it. All right, like maybe on something like this, right? You see how we're creating this little support right here? I mean, this is the 1 minute time frame, but we're starting to create a little bit of a support here. Maybe on a sweep below this level and then a spike back up could probably produce an opportunity to test this back up to here. All right, because if I do look for buys, I ain't going to be looking for no buys all the way up at these levels. I mean, it could. All right, but I just want to target at least back up to the 23.23 if I look for buys. Again, I'm leaning towards sells. I want to sell, but if the only thing that we could take is a buy, then I think we can comfortably probably buy up into the area that I'm looking for anyways to sell from. So I'll keep my eyes on this stuff throughout the session, family, see what we get. I'm definitely going to continue to watch this price action down at these lower levels here at around 23.16, 23.15 area. And we'll see what the market produces for us. Now in terms of indices, right? The NASDAQ, let's see what we got here. Remember what I told you guys yesterday? I am personally looking for shorts here on the NASDAQ. All right, I think we end up selling off here on the NASDAQ. I just wanted to see us come a little bit higher, right? Test our structure point at around the 18,046 level. But we are reacting off of a pretty significant moving average here on the daily, right? So who knows? Maybe this is the opportunity where we actually do short. I will tell you this though, guys. If this daily candle ends up closing below my trigger and it's supported with higher volume than the previous daily candle, holy moly, we're going to be short all the way towards 17,000 level. 17,000 flat. Right, so this closure is going to be very interesting on the daily. I'm not even going to lie to y'all. All right, because depending on how we close here, this could lead to a lot more downside here on the NASDAQ for sure. Right, so we'll have to see. Again, a close below 17,780s. A strong close on the daily time frame. That is going to be a close below my trigger on a daily. Yeah, we're definitely going to be, in my opinion, come all the way back down to test these lows. All right, so we'll keep our eyes on that. If we can get an entry in this and possibly take advantage of that move, then that'll be phenomenal, right? But we got to see. You know, the market did end up seeing this little sell-off on that news that we had earlier. So maybe if this market does come all the way back up on the open and then gives us a reason to short, that would be great. Right, that would be great. I'm not even gonna lie. Only thing that concerns me with this, and this is why I'll be looking for, more times than not, I would be looking to see if we can get like a little break and retest type of play. I don't know if I like that for this scenario here. The reason for that is because like when the market is moving like this choppy, let me see. Right, when the market is moving like this choppy right here, right, like all these little lower highs being formed, that's just a ton of liquidity just resting above these highs. Right, it is just, in my opinion, there's a ton of liquidity just resting above these highs right here. That's why I got my gas tank up there. My gas tank is that liquidity. That's that fuel, right? The liquidity is the fuel that moves price. So I would actually not be opposed to seeing something like this first, and then we go ahead and continue to short. Now, again, this could just run, right? We do got earnings for, what was it, Tesla or Amazon later on tonight, or later on today? What is it? We got Amazon earning report coming out later today, which obviously that is going to be interesting to see how that comes out as. Now, if Amazon comes out hot and it comes out super on fire and we just beat all these projections and these forecasted numbers, then yeah, this is just going to probably run to the upside, to be honest with y'all. Right, just like the same thing that we were looking at, you know, and playing off of earnings report last week. You know, the markets started reacting bullishly off of the fact that a few other, you know, the top dogs ended up coming out very, very bullish for to say, right? But I do personally think we continue to short here. I would just rather see a spike up first and then go ahead and give us that short. Now that means that today the best opportunity might be for the buys, and then maybe tomorrow, especially depending on what happens during news tomorrow, because we have a big boy event tomorrow, then we might end up seeing this fall off. Like, I actually think this is probably going to be the path that we take here for the NASDAQ. All right, we spike up to the upside here on the open. We start to trend a little bit higher, and then we start to just chill up here leading into tomorrow with Jerome Powell, and then Jerome Powell is just going to have to say some shit that the market doesn't want to hear, and this thing is just going to fall off the face of the earth tomorrow. So that's what I think is going to happen. I think tomorrow we really see a lot of weakness. But for today, I think the best play would be, just because we are now leaving all these little areas of liquidity with this little trend line right there, I think the best place would be to probably look for this long back up to the upside. Right, that's for now. All right, again, things can change quickly, right? You guys know me. I have my initial bias, but I'm also okay with shifting it if I have to, right? But I do like the upside here for indices, for the NASDAQ, ES, YM. I think all of these are going to be very similar. YM's a little bit different. Not really, actually. We still also have these highs that I think got to get completely obliterated. Like, we got to obliterate those highs right there, boy. We got to obliterate those highs. But let's see the chat. Your level 1 US 30 was solid yesterday. I caught it but didn't hold it that long because it was outside my trading window when it actually did play out, and I broke a rule yesterday. Even though I had a profitable day, it was a bad trading day because of the rule I broke. See, that's how I know you're experienced, Devin. Right? It was a profitable day, but a bad day. Like, what? People probably read that, especially newer traders, like, what? How does that even make sense, bro? You had a profitable day, but it was a bad day? It's because you understand what you did wrong. Right? You broke a rule. And even though it was profitable, it could have also been way worse. Right? It could have been a lot worse, right? If that rule that you broke ended up biting you in your ass, you would have been tight. You would have been pissed. Now you would have got emotional because you know that you took that loss because you traded outside of your rules, and then it just starts to pile up and it's like, damn. Like, so it's dope that you have that awareness though, bro. That's so cool. That's so crucial, man. I feel like so many traders lack awareness, and that's what stops them from being successful. Right? Awareness is one of those traits that I feel like is a necessity for traders. Just like patience, discipline, awareness is up there with those. Right? Awareness, like, those are like my top 3 emotions, I believe. Right? Having patience, being disciplined, but also having the awareness to change things, and having the patience and the discipline to do what you gotta do to make it better. So that's key. So that's massive, Devin. Right? So that's a W in itself that you have that type of awareness, bro. All right, let's see. I'm in gold buys. Okay. Hey, we're at an interesting level here for gold. Remember what I just told y'all, man. If gold did break this support and spikes back up to the upside, this could be a nice little opportunity just to catch a buy up into this area, the 2323 level. That would be interesting. All right, that would be interesting. Yeah, this is probably gonna give that exact play now too. All right, so hopefully that runs for you, Omar, because I think it could go though. We be murdering it. I see on it. We be murdering it, murdering it, murdering it, murdering it, murdering it. Let's see what we got here, family. Again, I'm not in anything right now. Like I told y'all, you guys will know exactly when I take the trade because it's going to be shown right on the screen whenever I decide to press the button. So I'm chilling. I'm waiting. I want to see what we actually ended up doing around these levels. I'm not opposed to this buy, but I need to get above our trigger line here. Like if the market continues to just chill and then eventually we start to break above my line, then I might consider looking for these buys back up to these highs, or at least back up to this structure point. But we gonna see. Let's see. The wins you get from breaking your rules are the most dangerous trades to make. Abso-freaking-lutely. Abso-freaking-lutely. And it's dangerous, especially for newer traders. All right, family, in the chat, how long have you been trading? Let's go ahead and gauge the chat real quick. How long have you guys been trading for? Drop it in the chat. Because I've been trading for 8 years now. It's been a minute. Right? A big portion of that, though, was me unprofitable. All right. First 2-3 years, very tough for me. Right? Just blew countless accounts left and right. I'm not like one of those traders that had that great success story where within a year they're profitable and they just never went unprofitable, right? Like, nah. It took me 2 to 3 years to finally gain some type of consistency, right? My 4th year, I had a phenomenal trading year. Honestly, one of the best years I've ever had still to this day. It went absolutely nuts. But that year really set the tone for me. And ever since then, we've been going crazy. We've been going nuts. Let's see. Four years since 2020, going on 40. Damn, it's like everybody's a COVID baby, huh? Everybody a COVID baby, huh? Y'all all got started during COVID, it seemed like. That's amazing, yo. COVID really did force everybody in the house and force everybody to to do shit with their free time now. Let's see, about 2 years consistently, 4 to 5 years on and off. Okay, nah, it's definitely good to have you back, Omar. Now we got to just remain consistent, man. Like, no matter how long it takes, I promise y'all, family. Like, even if this skill set takes you 5 years, 10 years, even if it takes you 10 years to finally master and become profitable, I think that that's still worth it. Right? I believe that's still 1,000% worth it, right? Because once you have the skill, family, and you're confident with that skill and you have your edge in the markets and you're profitable with it, like, that's something nobody can ever take from you. Like, ever in life. Right? The only way that they can take it from you is if they do the Men in Black shit with the actual thing and they're like, zoop, and they completely erase your memory, right? Like, they can't take it from you, you know. So that's powerful, right? So we gotta just keep pushing. I'm not even gonna lie. Let's see. Yep, since 2020, yeah. I started out very profitable, and since then it has been a challenge. That usually happens with a lot of people, bro. Like, my first, I said this story a lot, so a lot of you guys might have heard this story already, right? But you know, when I first started trading, I started with a $60 account. Right, $60 in a live account, and I was trading on a computer that I ended up buying off of Craigslist or Facebook. I forgot where I bought. I think it was Craigslist back then. I ended up paying like $60, $80 for the computer, the laptop. Right, it was my first ever laptop in life, mind you. I was a grown man at this time. First ever laptop, bought it for $60. Ended up putting $60 into a trading account, and I ended up turning that trading account from $60 to $600 in a matter of a week. Right, and that was just. Like, that was mind-blowing to me, right? And that was after only trading for around a month, right? I was only trading for like a month, I ended up putting $60 after a month of just demo trading. From 60 to 600, that was just mind-blowing to me, right? I had no idea of what I was doing. Clearly, it was beginner's luck. But after that, right, I've had some success. I had started seeing my accounts grow consistently. But then one thing happened, one event happened, and it was trading NFP, where I got a little cocky. You know, the group that I was trading with at the time, they were all trading NFP, talking about how NFP was so lit, how we can make a lot of money. So I ended up taking my account that I had. I ended up growing it from that $600, maybe like a little bit more, or $700, $800, something like that. But I ended up essentially risking the entire thing on NFP, and I lost the entire account in a matter of a minute. Like, blew the entire account because NFP did not go in my favor. But ever since that time, right, that period of 2 weeks where I was trading, I felt like I was on a high horse. I was going crazy. I lost all my momentum trying to trade NFP like a rookie, because I was a rookie, and that set me back like crazy, right? Losing that money, that $800, right? Losing that affected me mentally so much that I just didn't get no more strides until 2 years later. Right, like I didn't get no consistency. I've had little baby withdrawals here and there, but more times than not, I'm gonna be honest, those withdrawals were just withdrawals from money I had just deposited. Right, so it was tough. Right, but just that one loss really it fucked me up. I'm gonna be honest. Right, I just couldn't recover for 2 years after that. So it was a very interesting period right then and there, man. Interesting period. I'm telling y'all, it's been a journey ever since though. Like, that's the thing about trading, guys, right? No matter how long you trade, like, there's still times where I take losing streaks, right? Where I go through periods of, I mean, last year, I know a bunch of people in the community can attest to this, right? Especially anybody that was a part of the premium. You know, last year I ended up like taking the foot off the gas, right? In terms of like calling out trade ideas because they just weren't hitting. Like, my trades were just not hitting, and I was going through a losing streak. It wasn't like a crazy losing streak where every trade was losing. I went through a little losing streak that really was affecting me, and it's a lot tougher to bounce back from a losing streak, especially when you have an obligation to show up and continue to trade live in front of a community, which I think was affecting me. So that didn't help neither, right? So it's a big combination, family. So that's why I'm excited about this YouTube thing, right? Because now none of y'all are paying me to show up today, right? When I was with the Profit Society, like, I had to show up. No matter how I felt, no matter whether I want to trade or not, because I was being paid to show up. It was an obligation. This ain't no obligation for, I mean, it is an obligation for me, but you guys are not paying me. So if I send out a losing trade, so be it, right? I'm not going to have as much stress on my shoulders if I call out bad trade, because it is what it is. It's going to happen, right? But the fact that y'all ain't paying me directly now, whoo, boy, that lifts some type of a weight off my shoulder. I promise you that. So now I'll be more open to take a lot more trades, more open to sending ideas, and it's going to be up to y'all to actually just just follow proper risk management, right? And if you just don't like it that I'm taking a lot of losses or taking wins and losses, then by all means, there's a million other streamers out there, right? Like, go ahead and enjoy other streamers, right? So it definitely is a lot easier now, especially coming to YouTube for me as a trader and as an educator and as somebody that wants to give out not signals, but give you guys my actual ideas. Like, it's so much easier now that I'm actually on YouTube as opposed to trading, you know, behind a paywall, right? Where now I have to perform every single day, right? It's just a lot tougher that way. So, and that goes for anybody, right? I'm gonna be honest. If you're at a point now, because I know a lot of you guys are actually making money, right? Damn near everybody that has the wrench, all my mods, like, they're doing their thing, right? They have the ability to really show up and make money consistently like they have been, right? But even you guys, even my mods, when you guys do eventually, if you eventually decide to step out and want to get into like the educating lane or the live streaming or the course creation lane, that shit gets tougher, man, when you start to do stuff in front of people. I'm gonna tell you that much. So just be aware of that. It's easier for me now, to be honest. Even when I was going through like the little losing streaks that I went through last year, it's not like that was my first time live streaming neither, right? Like, I mean, I've been streaming live, guys, in front of a following for 4 years now, right? Like 4 years. Like, I was like, this ain't nothing new, but it still does affect me, right? This is probably the trading here on YouTube live is probably the best atmosphere that I can ask for now, right? Because I was trading as an educator for IM. getting paid to do so, so I had to perform. Left IM, ended up launching the Profit Society. Now again, I'm getting paid to do so, so I had to try to perform. All that stress is crazy, right? All that stress is nuts. And I think that kind of had like a little ceiling over my head, right? I kind of like, it like affected my ability to really increase my trading, because now I had all this added pressure, right, of having to perform. But now on YouTube, I don't give two shits. I'm gonna be honest. If I lose, it is what it is. Y'all is not paying to be here, right? So it's, and I appreciate all y'all showing up, but it makes it a lot easier for me to trade right now. I'm gonna be honest, family. So yeah, I'm excited for that, man. I just know I just went on a whole little rant, by the way, but I'm gonna be transparent with y'all, man. Like this is a platform, family, that I feel like we can be transparent with each other, even though I gotta be careful because this is a public setting. And there's gonna be a whole bunch of trolls that eventually come in here trying to start shit. But you guys know how I handle with trolls. I love trolls. I encourage them to be here. Maybe I could teach them something. Maybe they could teach me something, right? But I understand as the stream grows, I understand what comes with it, right? So I'm gonna be transparent with y'all as much as possible. But I also got to be very careful with how transparent I am, because people will try to use that against me, right? So either way, it is what it is, right? I have nothing to hide. I have everything that I can show to prove that I'm doing what I'm doing. I have all you guys that are in the chat right now that can also support that what I teach here is valuable, extremely valuable. You know, so I know you guys got my back as well, whatever that happens. But hey, man, we're gonna rock out either way, family. All right, let's see what we got here now. Yeah, it is. I've been there, did my own thing a couple years ago, and it was another level getting paid to give people good trades. I wasn't ready for it then. I'm telling y'all. I'm telling y'all, man. It's that's a different level of pressure, right? When you're paid to perform in an industry where losses are normal, but yet the end consumer doesn't understand that a loss is normal and it's gonna happen. They're gonna freak out in every loss that happens, and it's just a lot of pressure. A lot of pressure. Let's see. I need the wrench. I'll have it this week. Come on, Dev. We've been rocking together for a minute, bro. So you know I have no issue giving you the damn wrench. But I will say this: having the wrench is a big responsibility. Nah, it's really not. Let's see. I got you. Oh shit. Let me see. I didn't even know I could make. Okay. All right, let's see. Yeah, we got 5 minutes from the open, family. We're gonna see what happens here. Again, gold is not looking like it's gonna give us an opportunity. I don't want to just take a trade off of just a bounce off of my trigger line. I need to see a little bit of a deeper pullback, something. And again, I really don't care for the buy neither. I will play the buy if that's the only thing, but I really don't care for it. So we might have to just really look at the indices for today and see if this could really produce us an opportunity here. Even right now, like, I want to see how this thing opens up here in 4 minutes, but like right now we're at an interesting point. Like again, I told y'all what I would like to see and what I think is going to happen. I think we actually come out and take out these highs right here. Now, I could be wrong, especially if the dollar does continue to gain strength here. If the dollar continues to run, which again is possible, then I think indices are going to have a tough time running as well, right? I think if the dollar continues to stay bullish, then this is probably going to just continue to fall over. But I think there's a chance that we do see this thing at least come out and take out these highs, even if it's just like the supply zone that we have right there. Just take that supply zone out for me, and then we can figure out what to do after that. But I'm leaning towards bullishness as of right now on the indices. I'll be honest, this NASDAQ look interesting even at this level. All right, this NASDAQ look interesting to me. The reason for it is because, for one, now we're above this key level at 17,830s, right? This is an actual key level here. We can go back to history and see that it's an actual key level. But more importantly is like we're above my trigger line here, right? We ended up breaking above support. All right, broke this resistance, turned it into support, and now we're starting to push higher. So I wouldn't be surprised if this actually does run from here. But since we're literally 2-3 minutes out from the open, I'm not going to just jump into it. We're going to have to let the open play out. Typically, I don't like to jump in. I give the market 5 minutes to breathe after the open, which is in about 2 minutes. So we'll let that play out. Hopefully, this doesn't just leave without us, though. Right? Hopefully, best case scenario is if we actually fall on the open, and then we end up giving a nice opportunity to go ahead and start riding this up. That would be phenomenal. But we got to see here. Right. Again, if the dollar does continue to go bullish, then I think these things might give another test of these lows. Let's keep our eyes on this. We'll keep our eyes on this. Gonna be very close to it. Like, I'm gonna be watching you like a hawk, baby. I'm gonna be watching these candlesticks like a hawk. Like, you see me, I'm watching you, buddy. I'm zoomed in all the way. Can you guys see that moving average? Family, can you guys see this blue line here? Can you guys see my 13 period moving average, or is it too dark? Or does it blend in with the actual background a little bit? Let me know in the chat. Let's see, big facts, it becomes a hassle for sure. I'm going through little things myself. I'm telling you, OJ. 5 minutes, yep. To qualify for the wrench, a 10-incher is needed. Yo, Rover, you're hilarious, bro. A 10-incher is needed. That's insane. But you're right. It is a 10-incher. You gotta have a 10-incher to be a part of the wrench gang. Let's see. Barely a little dark. I got you. I'll try to make this a little lighter for y'all. I do want y'all to see it though. Like, I made it. I didn't want it to be too noticeable because I don't like too much stuff on my charts, but I do kind of want you guys to see, especially as I talk about it. Let me just change the color. Actually, we're gonna change the color. We're gonna change the color to like a green. Hopefully the green stands out a little bit more in this darker background that I got. All right, so we do got the open in a minute. Again, I think this ends up. This could be the open here that really just brings us high here, but we're gonna keep our eyes on this stuff. Let's see what happens here on the open. 100 rounds. 100 rounds. Can you guys see the green line now? You guys should be able to see the green. I don't know why I had a blue moving average on like a super dark blue background. That kind of made no sense. But hopefully you guys should be able to see the green now. Again, I just don't want to be. I don't want it. I don't like when this. I don't like when I notice too much of these moving averages neither. All right, let's see what we got here in the open, family. Initial spike down here. Well, spike right back on up. Let's see. Again, I typically allow the first 5 minutes to play out. Even if it causes me to miss the best entry, it is what it is. Keep my eye on gold as well. Gold is starting to push back up. Come on, gold. We need you to push up a little bit. Come up to this 23.23 level. That'll be phenomenal. I do got my alert already set here for gold, so we can keep our eye on that. The NASDAQ spiked down. Took out previous 5 minute candle lows, and now we're just spiking back up to the upside. Again, I told you I do think that we do go bullish here. Even off of this level right here is very interesting, but we're going to let this play out. First 5 minutes I don't touch. Just because this thing could whiplash back and forth very easily, especially just since we just opened up, but we're going to see. All right, let's see. I can see it. Green is good. Perfect. Perfecto. On and around. And around flips. That blue action, you heard? On that rack drips. 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 Drip. 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 Let's see, I'm still watching this stuff, family. Let's see. Look at the NASDAQ flipping back and forth. This is why I don't play the first 5 minutes. Let's see what's ES doing. Absolutely nothing. YM looks like it's trying to fall a little bit. Again, I don't trust those highs up there, but especially not for US 30. Like, this is like, these highs are just too perfect, bro. Like, what? Let's see what we get here. We got a 3 minute OB on gold. Do we got a 3 minute OB on gold? Yeah, we did get that. Little 3 minute play off of it. We did get a little some. We also retested it back down now. Let's see, what's the word, Eric? Big FTP, stand up. Yo, Eric, what's your logo, bro? You got any like hand signals for FTP? Like, how do I make a FTP gang sign, bro? Because every time I shout your name, I gotta throw that out. Like, I can't even do a F. Like, how do we do a F in gang sign? I could do T and P. How do we do a F? I look crazy. I looked nuts right there. Y'all wasn't even gonna say nothing about that. I look crazy throwing up gang signs. But big FTP stand up. This is gonna be it. It's gonna be the Longhorns because you from Texas. FTP stand up. All right, let's see what we get here. Again, I really like the long term. I really like the short from gold up above the 23.22. But if the only thing that presents is the buy, then we might have to just take that. Let's see. No logo. Am unaffiliated. Abel gangster. This Abel is not gangster. Abel is not a gangster, but Abel has never been pussy a day in his life. I promise you that. Let's see what we got here. Family, if you guys are enjoying the content, just do me one favor. Go ahead and smash that like button one time. I know it's annoying hearing people say that, but it really does help out the streamers, the YouTubers, whatever you want to consider people that create content. It does help out like crazy. So please go ahead and smash that like button if you haven't just yet. But let's see what we get here on gold, man. Gold. Velo make you drip. We ended up filling the wick. We're retesting back to structure here. Drip. We're starting to see price create lower lows, and now we're starting to create a lower high here on the 1 minute. If we end up spiking up to the upside here, then oh yeah, that could be a nice play. The target up here to the 23.23s. All right, we're starting to see lower low, similar low, higher low. If we break up and break a high and we go ahead and do a market structure shift or a change of character or whatever the hell you want to call it, then that could be an entry. That could be a play. Just reading structure here. Let's see what we get here. All right, we're gonna if we are gonna look for the buys, and we really should wait for. Again, let's wait for this high to get formed, right? And then we have that confirmation of a possible shift in trend here, at least for on the smaller time frames. But let's see. What's the Nasdaq doing? The Nasdaq is spiking, man. Look at the nasty Nasdaq. Now we're past the 5 minute mark now, family. So now we can actually really look for opportunities here on the Nasdaq. All right, so let's see what we get here, because I am liking the possibility of higher pricing here. Let's see what we get here on these lower time frames. 1 minute. Might have to do a little some. Let's see. 50 people, 30 likes. Y'all disgust me. 3 likes from 49. Nah, there's around 32 likes right now. Let's see. Hey, man. On the bank. Whoa. Hey. Cheat. On the bank, bro. Yo, crazy thing is, man, now I gotta play catch up, bro. For those of you guys that just joined, welcome to the stream, and I appreciate y'all. Don't leave without me. Come on, Nasdaq. I was just about to set you up. All right, again, I do think the Nasdaq is going to want to run these highs. Personally speaking, I think we just have a lot of liquidity that's been built up around these highs here. So I think the Nasdaq does continue to trickle higher. I'm not sure what the other ones are currently doing. See, the US 30 though, US 30 might be the play though, because this did end up sweeping these lows, took out the lows, took out the liquidity, and now we're starting to react back to the upside bullishly. Hey, man. At the very least, take out these equal highs right here. But I think we, again, probably go to the upside here. I just got to trade the mini on this. I can't be trading regular YM. What's the mini for YM? Is it just MYM? Yeah, it is. Okay, cool. Yeah, we might have to trade the mini on this, though. Because US 30, boy, YM is no joke. She got it. She got it. He on it. He on the bank roll. Hey. All right, what's gold doing? Look at gold. See, that's what I'm talking about right there. That was like the thing that I was waiting for. Like now we got that little spike up on gold. Now we could probably take this. Stops below the low. It's gonna be super low risk type of setup here. Yeah, and I think we could target back up to the 2320s, 2322s. Boy said third time's the charm, folks. The third stab is all it takes, right? That's why we're comfortable taking stabs here, family. I promise y'all that, man. We're comfortable taking stabs, man. She got it, she got it. Want it on the dance flow. Hey, hey. Yeah, this goal look like it's about to try to go up there for sure. GCLS. You got it, she got it. Let's see, YM, what are you doing? You testing back down? What you about to do, buddy? The Nasdaq is trying to push lower here too. Let's see what the vibes is here, man. Hey, 3-minute closure back down here under the trigger line. Sheesh. It's looking mighty bearish, but if we end up engulfing this, then I'm in there. I'm gonna be honest. If we engulf this engulf pattern, I'm in there. CLS. You got it, she got it. Let's see. What's ES doing? Nothing. See, this looks bearish, though. I'm not even gonna lie, but we're gonna have to see how this closes, how this plays off. Yeah, look at this thing go. I need to see closures though, right? Because this could still end up closing as a wick and flip back lower. That's why I'm waiting for closures. I need closures on these candles. I'm waiting for a 5-minute or 3-minute closure on a bunch of these setups for me to try to find these entries. Let me see. What's YM doing? Yeah, US 30 look a little suspect for the buys. The sells might play out better though. But I'm chilling on US 30. Let's see what we got here. Yeah, see, look at this thing. Now the Nasdaq is running here. What's gold doing, man? Gold is running too. Bro, both of these positions is running, bro. It's crazy. A lot of y'all just be taking stabs too all day long, making hella money, and I'm just watching these shits. And I'm just watching. You see, Dixie's hard to go against. Yeah, nah, for somebody like yourself, bro, who's a permabull, I definitely get it. But I'm gonna be honest, like, this shit do still look bullish, man. Like, I told y'all, like, I still personally would love for this thing to go higher. The dollar. I've been a bull with you. We're holding this level right now of support at the 105,600, so you never know. This can now produce the next spike up here. Let's see. You sold Nas. Bro, we've been on the money, bro. I've been so accurate with like what I want to see. I just haven't been pushing the damn button because I haven't been getting what I'm looking for just yet. Again, for anybody that did take any indice buys, at least for the Nasdaq and ES, YM. See, now YM is starting to push. Now YM is starting to push here. Let's see, gold also hit my alert. Damn, gold spiked up crazy. All right, so this is what I wanted to see on gold. I wanted to see gold spike up real quick. That would have been literally my buy trade right there all day long. That would have been a quick 2-to-1 risk reward if I would have just took the entry. Yeah, that would have been nice. That was quick. I see that milkshake man. That milkshake man. That milkshake theory, real thing. I say honestly, I could have avoided my first two losses with being a little more disciplined. Been up since 3 a.m., bro. I'm running on fumes. I don't know if y'all could tell. I know some of y'all that have been rocking with me for the last year or so. Yeah, you guys know I'm super energetic. A lot more energy than I have right now, I'll tell you that much. But I'm running on fumes, man. I was up late last night. Yeesh. Let's see, up 101 on gold? Okay. Yeah, Omar, go crazy. Yeah. That's what I like to see, man. Come on. Boy, up a 101. Let's see if I follow what I actually was looking for here. Remember, I was initially looking for a possible short off gold off of this level that we're testing now. Let's see how we continue to play off here now. Let's see. He said YM scares me, and then Devin's like, YM's my baby. Devin's like, shit, better, more for me then. Let her scare you, buddy. I'm not even gonna lie. YM is definitely a different type of beast, though. Now, you really do gotta have a mindset of steel to be trading this bad boy. A mindset of steel. Let's see. Okay, the dollar spiked down too. What you about to do, dollar? Hold on. He said some shit in this song right here. Hold on. He said some shit in this song right here. I'm gonna keep rising. Damn, NQ. I'm gonna keep going. I'm gonna keep rising. He said these traders be lying. That's a fact. That's a bar, bro. He said these traders be lying. Yo, that's the bar of the year. These traders be lying. Facts. I'm gonna keep rising. Man, we about to just say this, man. Every boss gotta take a loss. Yeah, I could throw hella contracts with these minis, boy. Sheesh. I could throw hella contracts with these minis. Every boss try to take a loss. That's a bit million. I might take this YM. Yeah, I'm gonna take this YM buy here, family. I'm taking this YM position here. We're gonna see if this could just run back up to the highs for us. See what we get here. Again, throwing super small, like not risking much whatsoever. Just because I'm trading on the mini YM, so like these 20 contracts really isn't much. 20 contracts really isn't much. But we're gonna see. We're gonna see. I am in this position, as you guys can see, real time. Like I said, any position we take on this account here, we're gonna take in real time with y'all. I am starting down though. Again, if you guys come on late, man, you guys missed story time earlier. If you guys came on late, you guys missed story time earlier on how somebody hacked this account. So I'm down $2,000, but I personally haven't traded not one trade on this account. This is my first trade on this account. But yeah, I'm down 2K. Like, make it make sense, bro. So interesting story time, man, for how I ended up. Somebody ended up hacking my account. If you guys want to know that, let me know. Or just rewatch the beginning of this stream. Because now we gotta crawl out of drawdown. It wasn't even our fault. Like, that's crazy. Like, that's the first time I ever experienced some shit like that. But that's my fault. Again, my fault. I'm the one to blame. Nobody else but me. But we gonna see. Let's see. Hopefully this first trade on this account, guys, is a win. Every boss gotta. Every boss gotta. Hey, every boss gotta take a loss. Every boss gotta take a loss. All right, let's let that play out. What's gold doing? Gold is still chilling up here at the round of 23.23. What's the dollar doing, actually? That's what I'm more interested in. Like, in order for these indices to truly continue to go higher, we're going to need the dollar to turn around a little bit. Take some pressure off of... Let some steam off on the dollar. If the dollar can fall, then I believe indices are going to see a nice run. I think indices are going to take a nice run. You know what's great? This is like my first trade on US 30 or YM in a while. Right? Like, I can't remember the last time I actually placed a trade on this thing. But it's like the only thing that really hasn't truly moved just yet. Missed out on NASDAQ. Gave a nice little reaction to the upside here. ES as well gave a nice reaction. And YM is like, hopefully, for the sake of what I'm looking for, is the laggard. Right? But looking at this, you know, we had a nice little sweep of the lows. Right? We ended up starting to even sweep again. Another short low. Reacting to the upside here. The reason why I really took it and liked it was because we set it above my trigger line. Now, again, we are kind of counter trend trading, so we got to be mindful of that. But, you know, we risked light here. Went super light on the risk, so we're going to see how this plays out. V to the left, yeah, one time. Let's see, get it run to the back, yeah, one time. Nas is easier in the mind, but you gotta like a YM. Yeah, YM definitely moves. YM definitely moves a lot more aggressively, in my opinion. Obviously, I mean we all know that, but it's like it moves very sporadic, right? Like for the most part, the Nasdaq and the S&P, they usually move very similar, right? More times than not, they're very, very similar. But then we got YM that just be doing its own thing. Right, like literally be doing his own thing. All right, but let's see. We do got consumer confidence coming up in what, 10 minutes or so? Let's see. Yeah, we do got consumer confidence. I mean, they're expecting a small drop of 0.7. Like that's really not much. But this is going to be big, right? Obviously, consumer confidence is going to impact sentiment in the markets from an investor standpoint, right? But we got to really dissect this, though, right? Is consumer confidence increasing a positive or a negative towards the fight on inflation? Like that's the question I have for y'all right now. Right? Is consumer confidence, if it comes out higher, is that good or bad for our fight against inflation? Let me know in the chat, family, and I'll give you guys my thoughts. All right, we do got this YM, got me in some drawdown right now, though, family. So we're gonna see how this plays out. What's gold doing? We might take gold as well, depending on how we play above these highs up here. Remember, my initial play was to look for shorts off this 22.23, so we're going to see how we play off of here. Again, we are down on YM a little bit, down around 300 bucks. Not a big deal. But we got to see. YM look like it's about to continue to drop, though. It's a bankrolls group. But if YM does drop, then that means gold can possibly be dropping as well, and we could just take the short that I initially wanted. Bitty, bounce. Let's see what we get here. Let's see what we get here. It's forecast to come out lower, which should be bullish the dollar. Now, remember the question that I asked, right? If it comes out higher, actually, let's go based off what we're seeing here, right? They're expecting a drop in consumer confidence. So if we come out as expected here and we actually come out lower, is that going to be good or is that bad against the fight against inflation? There you go, Jude. Jude is on the money. Right? A drop in consumer confidence will actually probably be looked at as positive. Right? And the reason for that is because exactly what was said in the chat. Right? More confidence from the consumers means they're probably going ahead and spending their money. Right, and if they're out there spending their money, then that's going to affect retail sales coming out. If retail sales come out higher than expected, because now people have a lot more confidence, that's going to affect GDP, because GDP's retail sales is also inside of GDP. And if we see GDP increasing, then that's not going to give any type of confidence to the Fed, who eventually has the power to really make a decision on these markets. So yeah, I think if we do come out as expected, that might actually be perceived as something positive. Right, that might be perceived as something positive. So we'll see. All right, YM family. This looks like it's about to smack me out. So we're gonna let that rock out. If I get an L on that, that's cool. It is what it is. But we're gonna keep our eyes on this gold as well as we continue to play this. Because if we can make that back off this gold, then that'll be a nice little play. Let's see. Yeah, I did get stopped out here on the YM. Again, it was a very... I didn't risk much at all whatsoever because I don't normally trade YM anyways, but I ended up losing around $400, which is light. That's nothing. So let's go ahead and focus on my actual baby, which is gold. Like, this is my actual baby here. Let's see what we get here on gold. Yeah, this gold is about to drop nicely as well. Let's see. Look at YM 15 minutes. Yeah, I see. I mean, now we're in a very interesting level even more. Right. Finding an entry down in these levels might be interesting for YM. But let's see what the other indices are doing. Are they actually following suit with YM or nah? Not really. I mean, they're trying to fall, but nowhere near as aggressive as YM. I swear, we're going to make our money back on YM real quick. Watch this, family. We're going to keep our eyes on this, man. We just got into this pocket of liquidity down here. I like me some liquidity pocket plays, man. So we're going to see what we get down here. Let's see. We need to form something down here now. Form something down here. What you about to do, buddy? What you about to do, buddy? Let's see what we about to do. What we about to do, man? Gold. What are we about to do? Gold. Go look interesting. Cashing out pips with the action on screen. Let's see what we get here. We are 4 minutes out too, family, from this news. We do got consumer confidence in 3 minutes, 4 minutes. Let's see what we get here. He said, let's see. I'm in US 30 both ways. You in it both ways? You catching the buy and the sells? I mean, based off the 4 hour, it just seems like there's... Yeah, based off the 4 hour, I see it just filling these wicks all day long. And this is the thing about indices, right? Like I told y'all, I have been... Long term, I'm favoring these to continue going short long term. I wanted to see if we can catch a little spike up to just clear these highs. Or that's why I was looking for the buy, just to go ahead and clear these highs real quick, grab that liquidity. But the market is just going, so we gotta like really just see how we play out here now. It might make sense it makes sense for this to continue to drop. If we are going to go bullish, then we'll have to see how we react below this loan candle that we have right there. See how we play off of that sweep of that loan candle. But I think at this point, there's no reason why we don't continue to drop towards the 38 to 140s. At least. We're going to see how that plays out. See, we're about a minute and a half out from news, family. Be mindful, we do have news in about a minute. We have news in about a minute. Let's see what the rest of the indices doing. The NASDAQ look like it wants to continue higher. What about ES? ES as well. I'm telling you, US 30 is eventually going to flip back up. US 30 is eventually going to flip back up. Yeah, I'm telling y'all, this is eventually going to flip back bullish. Just a matter of where. I really like this level here. What's the dollar doing? Yeah, the dollar's pushing right back on up. Man, let's see what we got here. Let's see. You stabbed YM. I did not get in just yet to YM. Nah, not yet. I'm looking to restab it though. I already took my first L on it. You know what sucks now that I just think about it? Because that person ended up losing 2K for me, I literally only have half of the risk now that I normally would have overall that I can trade with, which is pretty ass, but it's cool. Magic. Are these things going? Is YM starting to push again? She work her magic. Come on, get above my trigger, boy, and I'm back in you. I'm back in there. Get above my trigger, and I'm taking another stab at YM. We not going out like that. We is not going out like that. News just came out too, by the way, which is why we're seeing a little bit of volatility now in the markets. Let's see what consumer confidence came out as. Came out way lower than expected. Sheesh. Okay, so clearly consumers are not confident right now. I think that's bullish the dollar for sure. That makes it tough for me to want to buy indices. I'm gonna be honest. That makes me want to short these indices. Yeah, that makes me want to short these things now, to be honest with y'all. But we're gonna have to see how this plays out. News came out super off. Yeah, it did. It came out super off. So we gotta see how this stuff plays out now. Cause I don't know. I think I'm gonna be interested to see how the dollar plays here. But if the way we're interpreting it is correct, again, let's walk through this real quick, right? Consumer confidence has now came out lower than expected, which means consumers don't have that much confidence right now in our economy. Is that going to be perceived as good or bad news if you're Jerome Powell and you see that? Right? I think that's actually going to be positive news, right, for the economy, or at least for the fight against inflation. Right? So I would assume. Matter of fact, I actually was looking at this wrong. It came out lower than expected, which is going to be positive. So the dollar might actually drop off of this. The dollar might actually fall off of this. And that means YM really could actually spike up. Lower consumer confidence is good because less people are going to be spending their money now. Less money going to be in circulation. I think these might actually rebound. I'm going to put my money where my mouth is, too. I might take a little stab here. Another little stabby stab here on US 30. Again, this is the mini, though. Let me see. Let me keep my eye on. Let me see what else we're doing here. Let me see. I ain't taking another trade just yet, family. I'm gonna let you guys know though. Yeah, see, the Nasdaq is spiking up. ES is trying to push up as well. Interesting. We could be a little bit safer and just make a stop a little bit wider, which is probably what I'm going to run here. I'm gonna make my stop a little bit wider, so we're gonna have around a 2-to-1 risk reward on this bad boy. But yeah, I'm gonna take this, family. I'm gonna take this trade, and I'm gonna play the fact that I think news is actually gonna be perceived as positive data. So we're gonna go ahead and run this out. Let's see. So if less money in circulation, that means people are taking their money from assets in and changing it into the dollars. We're talking about, again, consumers though, right? Well, not even talking about the actual report itself, right? If we're talking about how you're saying, all right, less money in circulation means that, yeah, right, retail sales or at least any type of spending should be lower than expected. But that as an investor could be perceived as positive, right? Because now the fight against inflation would look a lot more obtainable in a sense. This is a tricky one though. This really is a tricky one to really consider, right? Because you are right, right? If consumer confidence is lower, that means consumers are spending less, which could help inflation. But if that is the truth, and now we see investors become excited about that, but yet they're pouring money back into the markets, doesn't that kind of like defeat the purpose of that? That's an interesting concept. Right? Less confidence means risk on for the average. Yeah, technically it would, right? Absolutely. But I think this is going to be perceived as positive just because, again, it's helping with the fight against inflation. Anytime we see something that helps against the fight against inflation, typically we see a nice bullish reaction in assets like indices, possibly like gold and things like that. So, but we're going to see, man. We're going to see if the theory of how I'm looking at it based on the news is actually right or not. Let's see. If I'm more confident, I'm investing. Yeah, as a consumer, that's how we perceive it, right? But we got to really think like the market makers, right? Like the hedge funds. We have to think about it from that perspective, right? Because as a consumer, if I didn't have no knowledge of anything, then yeah, right? If I'm confident, I'm investing. If I'm not, I'm just going to hoard it. But as an investor, as a hedge fund, and I see that this data is coming out and is showing that inflation could come out or it could help inflation, I would perceive that as positive. Let's see. That's good. I asked it when I perceived it when you asked earlier. Yeah, it's an interesting one though, right? Because we're playing two sides of the argument, right? Are we looking at it from a consumer or an investor? Right. Obviously, the investors are the ones that are really looking at things from a risk on, risk off perspective. But I think yeah, I think they're looking at it from the lens of Jerome Powell. Right. I think investors are looking at it from as if they're Jerome Powell and they're consuming this data. And they want to make that decision based off what they think Jerome Powell can do. Now, this does not help with what Jerome Powell is going to say tomorrow. I truly think tomorrow indices are going to collapse pretty hard. But if we can go ahead and at least just ride this thing up to take out these highs up here, then that'll be phenomenal. Right? That'll be great. Right? If we can do that, right? That's all I want to see. Like I'm not super bullish on this, right? I just want to see us take out some liquidity to these highs. Like just take out this high and then you can go ahead and fall back down if you want to get ready for tomorrow. All right, but I just want to see this thing go higher. I got motivated, took my 9 to 5 and now they hating. You should see all their faces. I like make some changes. I seen them immediately, I got motivated. Let's see. So far, so good, man. So far, so good. I think we're up around 40. What US 30, man? What is this? 40 points already? I can close right now, and we essentially made what we just lost back already. But we're gonna ride this thing out. Yeah, we murderment. Come on, we need to get above 38 400s for us to really be safe. Little brother pips, we be murdering. Let's see what we get here. All right, let's see what the rest of the market is doing here, family. Yeah, NQ is still trying to push up higher. ES or the S&P is trying to push up higher. What's gold doing? I still like gold to the downside, man, but it's gonna be tough for me to want to sell now on that little news. I think that might run it. See, now the dollar's falling. All right, the dollar is starting to correct a little bit, which is helping our YM trade out. Pull up on that wavy murderment. Murderment. Man, if we can get above 38,420s, boy, 38,429 to be exact, that would be phenomenal, boy. Come on, we gotta get above this level, though. Well, we bagged that. Yeah, we got to get it back above here. Like, this is the level that's really going to do or die for us, right? This 38,384 level. You see how it was previous support now acting like resistance? If we can't get above that, then yeah, it's probably going to come and try and create a new low. But if we can get above that, then I will be excited about that. I think that's going to be nice. We got to rarely get above this 38,384 level. This level of structure right here. We get above there, I'll go break even, and then we just let this thing ride out. And I'm also going to do what I didn't do the other time, right? A part of my rules, family, right? A part of my rules is very simple. Whenever I go break even, I typically take something off the table. That's just my rules. Right? I go break even, man, I'm closing partials. All right, that's just typically how I like to do things, just in case it hits me back out. At least I made some money for today, right? So we're going to see. Come on, keep going. We did close above my trigger line. If we close back below my trigger line, then I don't want to see that. I don't want to see that happen at all. I see a owl eye set to break even now. Yes, sir. I got you, owl eye. All right, because I'm probably going to do it anyways, but is there a reason why you're recommending the owl eye? Listen, man, I take all recommendations, right? But we are going to go break even here, family, just to remove the risk. I already took a little loss on this earlier. Obviously, you guys seen that, but you know, right now, if I were to close, we'll pretty much just make our money back on that loss and a little bit more, but I am break even on this, and we're just going to let this ride out. We're going to let this ride out. Again, hopefully we can close. If we can get above, preferably above the 38,428s, that would be phenomenal. Like, that would be, I will have the utmost confidence in the fact that we're really going to smack our TP, right, and just clear these highs up here, right? Because we have too much liquidity just chilling up here. There's no way in hell I believe we don't take out these highs, bro. I just don't see it. I just don't see it, right? But we got to get above certain levels first. If we can get above here, oh yeah, then there's no way we don't hit that level. You know, but I am break even now. We're going to see how this plays out. We got to get above this level first, 38,38s, and then around above 38,430s. And if we can clear both of those levels of structure, we'll be in the money. Again, I do have to close something. I'm tripping, bro. I keep on violating my own rules, man. Oh, man. No, that's going to close the whole trade. Run up on it. We be running it. Pull up in the pips. We be murdering. I don't even know what I just did. What did I just do? Did I close partials? I think I closed partials. Yeah, I think I'm pretty sure I ended up closing partials here. All right, so we made some money on this position either way, family, right? We ended up making some money. This thing ended up going for a couple points. You know, around what? 20, 30 points. At one point, we were up around 40 points. Definitely took partials a little later than I wanted to, but according to my rules, I have to. So we already made some money on this. So whatever happens next, so be it. Well, hopefully this thing continues to run, man. Like, I don't like how we close below my trigger line, though. I'll tell you that much. All right, like, this look like it do want to fall now. All right, close back below my trigger line after testing structure. Oh, yeah. Make me want to jump in the cell now, but you're not going to be super degenerates. This is such a nice level, though, bro. Like, this level has to hold, bro. Like, come on, YM. Keep pushing for us, baby. Edit the amounts on your stops. Yeah, it should be. Like, everything should be. Like, I still have 10 contracts over here. 10 contracts open, 10 contracts on the sell limit, so we can get out. I think we're good. I think we're good. Listen, Ally, man. Big W's, man. W's in the chat, family. Let's go. Come on now. Ally with the assist, even though we were gonna do it regardless. But shout out to you, man. He said now open new positions. All right, see now Ally. See now listen, man. Listen, man. Listen, man. Let me work. Let me work, man. Let me work. Your stop is only 10 contracts, so when you get stopped out, only close half. Oh, I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying. Yeah. Okay. There we go. There we go. So I didn't even close no partials, did I? If I close this, it's going to close the whole position. Let's see. You said it's late, bro. Listen, I love when people come in, man, with good energy, man. I really do. Let's see how this play out. Edit the amounts. How do I close partials, though? Like, that's what I need to know, right? Because I need to close some damn partials here. According to my rules, as you guys could tell, like, I'm new to the future side. I've been trading Forex for 8 years. But still navigating, like, how to close partials on TradingView and shit. Like, that's the stuff that I still don't know. Does market execute? Oh, okay. There we go. See, now I know how to do it. We're gonna close 10. You should have said that earlier, Eric. FTP stand up. Yeah, now we close partials, baby. Let's get it. Yeah. Let's go. I need a round of applause for my boy Eric, man. Come on. Let's go. Big FTP stand up. Come on, baby. Big FTP stand up. Let's go. Let's see. I'm with you. I sold on gold. I appreciate your fundamentals. Nah, I appreciate you for showing up. What is gold doing? Damn, gold did fall. Golly, why didn't I follow my damn plan, family? Oh, yeah, it's because I'm trading YM's bipolar ass. That's why. That's why. But gold is running, man. Gold is doing exactly what I wanted to see. Again, I was looking for the sells off of this 23.23 level. We got the engulfing. We ended up closing back below the trigger line, especially on the 3-minute. Like, oh, boy, that would have been the entry all day. And that ended up falling nicely. Like, this thing ended up falling from where we would have triggered it, entry. It fell around, yeah, around 80 points, 100 points. Let's go. That's beautiful. Now we got to see how we react down here, right? Again, I do still like the sells. I do think I would prefer for us to take out these lows, but we are in like a very liquid area, so we got to be mindful of of how the market does react here, right? We might see a little bit of a annoying back and forth there on that. So we'll see what happens there. YM is still in profit as of right now. Again, we're still not nowhere near safe. We did make some money on this, which is phenomenal, right? It's always a good day when you make some money. But we're still not safe for the rest of this thing just to run just yet. All right, we still need to get, if we can get above 33, 38, 430s, family, oh my God. I'm telling y'all, we get above that 30, there's no way we don't hit our TP. There's no way. Oh, wait, I got to adjust this now. I got to adjust this. I got to adjust my stops and everything, because if I don't, then it's going to open cells up there, and I don't want to open no cells up there. Not that quick. But come on, baby. Come on, baby. Come on, YM. Come on, YM. That's what I'm talking about, baby. Keep going. Let's go. Yeah, the dollar still looks like it's falling too. Let's go, man. Let's go. That's what I'm talking about. Let's see. Hey, yo. Help me pass phase 1. Damn, just like that. Come on, man. Let's go. Family, can we please get a round of applause for Israel in the building? Come on now. Can we please get a round of applause for Israel passing phase 1? Let's get it. Come on now. Family, celebrate what you want to attract into your life. We have to celebrate what we want to attract. Let's also throw another round of applause in the chat for that boy Devin, up 1% on the new funded account. Funded account, by the way. Come on now, Devin. Slow and steady wins the race, my brother. Let's go. Again, family, celebrate what you want to attract into your life. That's the easiest way to get it. I promise y'all. I promise y'all. Let's go, man. Big shout out to y'all, man. I love it. I love it. I love it. Big shout out to y'all, man. Let's get it. Let's get it. Now we need you to close above here. Now do us a solid YM and get your ass above the 38 430s, bro. If you can get above 48 430s, and we gonna really be having a great day. Come on now. We gonna really have a good day. What I don't want you to do is fall and pull a... You feel me? Like, what I don't want you to do is react off of this resistance, come back and hit us at break even, and hit us with the... Oh, it didn't work that time. It's tough. Just don't hit us with the... Yeah, but... Yo, family, I need to take a nap after this call. I'm telling you, like, I'm running on fumes. Like, I'm dying over here. So tired. On the new 20. Yeah, this is the Blue Party song too, by the way. This song is actually called Blue Party. Like, if you guys did not know, family, let me put y'all on real quick, right? Like, this song right here, Blue Party, like, legit was our Blue Party song. Like, anytime we called out a winning trade on live, on stream, like, this is the song we would play. Alright, so since we just got a W for today, we in profit. We made some money so far, and we're still flowing some more. Guess what? We're gonna play the Blue Party, baby. Let's get it. Yeah. Yeah. Huh. 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 6 in the morning. I'ma keep going. I'ma keep going. Yeah. Entry is my destiny. Is my... Yeah. He said, can I pet that dog? Can I get the... Let's see. It's something about your lives that always have me back in my bag. I think it's the energy, bro. I think it's the energy, man. Like, I love the Blue Party song, man, but I think it's the energy. Like, you guys know me, especially y'all that been rocking with me for a while. You guys know my energy is always the same, right? Like, I'm always super energetic, super bubbly, you know, just looking to, you know, provide value as much as possible, whether we win or lose. You know, that's like my biggest thing, right? It's just providing that value and just having fun. Like, having fun, right? Like, we got to have some fun, right? Like, trading is a stressful thing as it is, right? Like, we got to just have some fun. So I think it's the energy, bro. Like, you know, my energy has never changed. Like, can somebody prove me wrong here? Like, for anybody that's actually met me in real life, like, y'all know that my energy has been the same, and it's always the same, whether we're on stream, whether we're in person. And my energy is just, man, I'm very big on energy, man. I love having good energy, positive energy, bubbly energy, exciting energy. As you guys can see, I'm over here having fun with the yeet button over here, just having fun, man. Like, we gotta have some fun when it comes to this, man. This thing's already stressful as it is. Alright. So, but family, you know, if you just jumped on, we did close partials here. We made some money for today. We did lose money. I'm not even gonna lie. We ended up taking the first L, but we ended up making that loss back already. And now we're just, I mean, I didn't make the full thing back. Ended up making like 75% of the loss back, but now we're way in profit if I close this. So, it's a great day, man. It's always a good day when we come on stream and have a W, and we can have a Blue Party and stuff like that, man. We gonna really have the Blue Parties on here. I'm gunning, yeah. The profits of hitting my. This is a rap, not. We just don't do this for play, no. That the profits of days. Yeah, man, I'm running my race, yeah. This is real life, not a phase. We just don't do this for play. This song is a banger, bro. I'm running my race, yeah. And my name is in that song, so it hits even better because my name is on it. I'm not even gonna lie. Let's see what else we got here. Let's see, it's always been the same. Absolutely. Do it whenever. Yeah. Promise to love you. Come on, YM, keep going for us, baby. All it is. Hey, turn up. With my queen. It's true. This song is a banger, bro. It's true. He said to the window, to the wall. Completely different song, buddy. Jose, you're hilarious, bro. Do it for my queen. I do it for my queen. Yeah. Let's get it. Let's get it. Made my little social media post. You know, I had to do a little bit of marketing, you know. Family, if you guys do take any trades that we call out together on stream, family, definitely go ahead and tag me. I'd love to see the tags. I love to repost the tags as well. If you guys don't know what my Instagram is, just look directly under my beautiful face. You guys will see it. All right, but if you guys make money, you guys just enjoy the vibes, enjoy the conversations, the education, the losses, the wins. Yeah, let's go ahead and tag the boy, man. Help me out like crazy, to be honest with you. The more social proof that we live and we doing our thing that I can get, family, the faster we can grow this thing to 1,000+ viewers, man. But big shout out to all you guys that have been rocking with me so far, family, today. I appreciate every single one of y'all. You guys truly are phenomenal, amazing. I feel like we've been having a good vibes, man. Good time so far. Let's see, remember when that was a song for the one Need for Speed game? That game was tough. Need for Speed, bro. Need for Speed, bro, for you youngins, bro. What you know about Need for Speed, Eric? You a youngin, bro. What you know about Need for Speed, bro? They're like, yo, Abel, bro, why you always bring everything back to age? like, when did Need for Speed come out, man? Need for Speed. It came out 2014? 10 years ago it came out? 10 years ago? 10 years ago? You were like 10 years old, Eric. What are you talking about, bro? I told you my dad was a gamer. Oh yeah, that's what it is. I forgot. You lucky. You got the parents that were gamers. Let's see, they still got out new ones. They got a new Need for Speed out. Word. Yeah, Need for Speed Underground was elite. Honestly, that might have been like the only Need for Speed I actually really played. Midnight Club was elite. Midnight Club was OD fire, bro. Like that was like the original. I don't want to say the original GTA because GTA is at a next level, but like it was similar, where it was like straight going crazy. Midnight Club was fire. I'm not even gonna lie, it really was. Get it, babes. Come on, baby. Pain. Gotta take a loss. Every boss gotta take a loss. That's a fact. What's gold doing? Gold is still falling, family. Again, we on the money so far this week. Damn near everything that I said this week is happening as of right now. Everything I've been saying this week has been happening so far, which is phenomenal. Yesterday, I wasn't able to get an entry because I was being a little too patient. But at least today with YM, even though it looks like we might come and get stopped out at break even, man, we made some money today, so I can't even complain about it. Happy about that. Let's see, house real big, reels real big, yeah. Yeah. Yo, that yeah is hilarious, the yeah. You gotta say that with like some emphasis too, yeah. Let's see, Need for Speed Hot Pursuit 2, that was a banger too. I liked Underground a lot better, but Hot Pursuit was fire as well. Let's see, y'all remember Road Rash? I don't remember Road Rash. What the hell is Road Rash? Let me find out. Yeah, this looks like it might come back and hit us at break even, family, but it's okay. It's okay, man. If anything, we made back the money that we lost. And a little bit more. Let's see. Road Rash. Road Rash game? This came out in 91, bro. Well, that's when I was born, bro. Like, like golly. Yeah, like I know I'm usually the older buck. Actually, I'm not technically. I'm not the old. I'm like in the middle, right? Because I'm 30 something. I don't even know. Like I'm like in the middle, right? We have a lot of young bucks that are just now 17, 18, 19, 20 years old. Right, I'm the 30-year-old, and then we got the older bucks, 40, 50, 60 plus in our chat too, which is phenomenal. But that one is a little bit too old for me. I'm not even gonna lie. Like I'm very good with games, but that one came out in 1991, man. Like actually the first edition at least came out on Sega Genesis. Sheesh. They did have a bunch that came out afterwards though, like in 2000, 2009, but. That's a little past my time. Road Rash was my shit. I was just a twinkle. Yeah, I was still in my dad's ball sack in 91. I'm not even gonna lie. Depending on what part of 91. Oh no, I'm not. I'm tripping. I was in my mom's tummy. I was mad vulgar right there. Abel talking about dad's ball sack. I was actually in my mom's tummy. She was like damn near about to explode. 6-7 months pregnant with me when that game came out. Let's see, nah, I don't know my age. You know what's crazy, Drew? Like I know my age, bro. I just don't want to say it. Yo, the older you get, it's crazy. When you're young, you say you're a lot older than you are when you're young. Like when you're in your 20s, you say you're usually a lot older. Especially when you're 17, 18, you always say you're older. But when you get into like your 30s and your 40s, now you're trying to like reverse it. Like, nah, I'm younger. Like, shit, we talk about? I'm 20 years old still. Crazy how that works though, right? Oh shoot. Ooh. Is that? I'm definitely getting my energy back. I can feel my energy coming back, and it might be because of this damn trades. So we made our money back. Ooh. Bitty. Bounce. Let's see. I'll be 60. Let's go, O. Let's go, brother O. Man, I love it, bro. I can't. Listen. I pray that I can make it to 60, man. For real, for real. Let's see. 20 feeling like 50. 80s babies. Okay, OJ. Shouts to the 80s babies, man. Listen, I'm a purebred 90s babies. But like, I'm like on the. Listen, there's different generations that when we're talking 90s babies, like, there's different versions of 90s babies. Can we be honest with each other real quick, family? Like, there's the 90s babies that was from like year 90 to 95, maybe 96. And then there's the weird ones that are like 97 and the 2000s, right? Like, the 90s babies that were born in 90, 95 and above, I'm going to be honest, like, y'all the weird ones. Like, somebody correct me if I'm wrong. Oh, shit, Omar. My fault, Omar. I take it all back. If Omar's a 98, then I take everything I said back. We got no weirdos in the 90s. The 90s is probably the best generation. Like, think about that, right? The 90s is by far the best. Who could argue that the 90s is not the best generation? The 90s was able to experience times where technology was shit, but we're also experiencing times where technology is the shit. You feel me? Like, we experienced when it was the shit, but now we're experiencing when it's the shit. There's different levels of shit there. Right? So we had fun when it was the Sega Genesis, the Nintendo 64s, and we had, we're still young enough to play those things, but yet we're still young now to take advantage of the technology that we have today as well. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Let's see, after 96 is weird, I'm a weirdo. Your girl's weird. Yo, sis. Hey, yo, Mel. I give you permission to just hit him upside his head real quick. How dare he call you weird? I don't think you're weird. I think you're actually a very phenomenal young woman. I'm gonna be honest. I ain't seen no weirdness in you every time we hanged out. Every time we were all together. I think Drew was just being Drew. Just being honest. I'm trying to get you smacked up, Drew. That's all. Nice little hit upside the back of your head real quick and do you good, my boy. Let's see. We got Seth in the building. Shout out to my boy Seth. 91. Absolutely. 91 is by far the best year. I don't care what anybody says. So family, man, we did get hit at break even, but either way, we're still good though, right? Because we ended up making some money. All right, we ended up taking partials, and that's why I take partials when I do. Right, to make sure we're making some money. Right, no matter what happens, right? That's a part of my rules. It's always been a part of my rules. If we go break even, close something, buddy. Because you're going break even for a reason. Close something. Take it off the table. Let's see. I experienced all kind of shit coming from the 60s. Nah, you really did though. All right, coming from the 60s though, like you really have a lot of experience, a lot of wisdom, and those are the type of people I love having. Like I would love. One thing I might be weird, but I actually enjoy like having conversation with people that I don't know, just to see their story, bro. Like think about the person that you're walking by in the street, his life story. Like you might be walking past a murderer, you might be walking by a multi-millionaire that's in disguise. You might be walking around somebody that owns a corporation, right? Like you just don't know anybody's story that we come across on a daily basis. So I've always been interested in just walking up to people and be like, yo, bro, tell me your story real quick. Like what you do, right? Because there'll be some interesting ass stories. I could tell y'all a lot of interesting stories about me. No cap. I got a lot of interesting stories. So imagine Brother O, right, being from the 60s. Like, imagine the stories that he went through. Like, I love those conversations, man. I love seeing people's stories, people's backgrounds. Yo, what'd you do in your 20s, in your 30s, in your 40s, in your 50s, in your 60s, in your 70s? That shit is interesting to me. Just because you never know the type of conversations that we get from those type of, contacts and conversations. Like, for real, for real. So, hey, man. But let's see what we got here, family. Gold continued to drop. I probably should have took gold as well. When we took YM, we probably should have took gold as well because that was like my initial setup that I really wanted. But it's cool, man. It's running. It's looking really good. It's still dropping phenomenally. So hopefully anybody that took that gold is in the money right now. Looking very good. YM, again, YM still could probably run here, family. I do think there's still a possibility for this to run higher. I'll be keeping track of it. But after 11 o'clock here in 20 minutes, you guys know I typically don't trade after that. So I'm probably going to be calling it a day after that, man. Just letting that, that little break-even win at least offset my loss. And tomorrow we can come back and regroup and try to, do it again. Right? Try to do it again. All right, so let's see. Seriously? Woo-wee! You want the wee? Wee! Wee! That's what we do when we're in profit. Wee! Let's see, that's how it is in DC. It's a lot of interesting individuals. That's what I'm saying. Like, imagine walking around DC and you're rubbing shoulders with somebody that works right next to the president. Like, that's crazy. Like, just imagine you walking around DC and you talking to somebody that works in the Secret Service and just hearing their story and their background and how they got to being a part of the Secret Service. Like, shit like that is interesting to me. Like I said, I might be weird, but I just love listening and hearing people's stories. I really do. I really, really do. But family, man, we're going to call it a day on that. I do got to run some errands right after we get off air. Actually, I'm going to take a nap first, and then I'm going to go ahead and run these errands. But I do appreciate y'all, man. Another great session. Again, we made some money today, at least if, you took the trade with me. I ended up making some money. Not really. I need to stop saying that. We took a win and we took a loss. We pretty much essentially offset both. But it was still a great conversation, great vibes, great everything. You guys were phenomenal as well. Thank you guys for tuning in. I really appreciate y'all so much. I hope you guys continue to show up. I am doing this, guys, from now on, moving forward, Monday through Thursday, and sometimes on Fridays if there's news. Like this Friday, we will be live because we have NFP. So we're going to go ahead and get crazy. All right, so hopefully you guys continue to show up. We're going to be here for the rest of the year. 8:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'll be live, and we're going to be and having some fun, family. So I love you guys. I appreciate y'all. Thank you guys for tuning in, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. All right, y'all. Let's get it, family. Have a great one.
Making it all, it ain't what I see. All of the time I gave up my time, I'm worthless to you. You're feeding me lies through those tears when you cry. All on my mind, it ain't even true. It's the thing that you do. Walk away, they always say. Guess I gotta think this through. Every last moment was a memory faded, so I guess I gotta escape that too. Yeah, I gave it my all, you stole everything. All the red flags and it's all the blues. Yeah. Every moment turns into a twisted in the road. Every word you say, it burns home.